Greetings, trendsetters. Yasa here from Being Human. We're going to get into dark and light and how we can grow our own light. And as that happens, we grow our life. So I'll show you how it's done. At the center of our being, we have the I am that I am. This is also known as the Almighty I Am Presence. It's also known as the monad. It has other terminologies like the diamond consciousness and the crystal consciousness. This is actually the heart of the crystal reality, or our crystal self. It's also known as the jewel of our existence, and in God terms, this is our God self, in the middle or the central mind of our being. Now, we live in a world of polarity and duality. So that means our world is split into two. We have a dark side and we have a light side. That creates our duality and our polarity. The dark side is often known as the shadow or our shadow self. This part of our reality is fear-based. So whatever we fear, disdain, whatever we are scared of, it is in this part of our reality. The other side, the light side, is our familiarity, or what is familiar to us. We know what's going on in here and there's no fear. We can comfortably do what is ever necessary. We flick back to the fear side and the dark side, or the shadow side. Whatever creates fear within us, and our childhood experiences that personally happen to us. So we've learnt this from our own experiences, situations that have happened with our parents or our guardian that's installed fear in us of one kind or another, experiences with our siblings, brothers, sisters, other relatives, even our domestic pets. They're in this kind of darkness or fear in our reality. Another type of fear is probably more the bigger picture. You have religion and dogma where they project you must not go there, stay away from that. That's fearful. This is a God-fearing reality. This particular belief system creates a certain amount of shadow in your reality because we're afraid to go there. If you go there, a fearful thing is going to happen. We have belief systems within our culture, within our ethnicity, that install fear. If you go there, this is going to happen. Stay away from that. If you go and join those people or go over there, there's a certain amount of fear installed to keep you away from that particular reality in society. These rules and regulations within society which creates a fear. If you do that, the police are going to come and do this. If you do that, this is going to happen. And that's society fear, or societal fear, if there is such a word. So to get away from that side of life, we come back to what keeps us safe, what's familiar to us. Now, this does not mean it's a white reality. This just means what is familiar to you. What reality do you feel safe, where you have belonging, where you feel connected, you're appreciated, and you're accepted? This will be your safe place. And this is different for everyone. This is where you'll feel safe and comfortable in your reality of light. The Western society for this, of the safe and comfortable, would probably be our life programming. Get a good education, get a career, something that you can fall back on. How many times have you heard that? Yeah, then you find a partner, you get married, buy a house, have children, and if you're lucky enough, end up being a grandparent and you play the grandparent role. This is in the light. This is familiarity, and each culture will have their own system for this to happen. Sooner or later, for some people, this is going to get boring. And males often get labeled a midlife crisis. Yeah, things get boring, stale, life is predictable. Where am I going? And start perceiving that our light in the routine that I've put myself into is suppressive and limited because I'm unable to actually stretch my reality because I always seem to be doing the same thing, meeting the same type of people, and probably earning the same type of money. This is when you start, or the mind will start going, I need to expand my horizons. I need to grow. For a person to grow, they have to go into their fear. What's kept them separate from other realities and other people. And this is also when people want to expand and grow and they want to do shadow work because they want to get familiar with what's in their shadow. The fact they realize that they have a shadow means they're getting somewhere. Some people just think they live in the light and everything's tickety-boo. Start moving into our shadow and having a look around. And our light is not so projected because we're apprehensive. There's hesitancy. This is early days. This is foreign territory for us. So this is tiptoe material. As we get familiar with what we once feared, our light will start to grow because you've got familiarity, you've got clarity. Oh, I understand how this works. Oh, you do this. Oh, okay. Well, if you want to do that, you can do that. And you're going to get clarity of the reality, and your light will grow. You're going to start projecting and expanding. For a start, you are probably insulated and isolated. Then you get clarity on how things work. It's going to start becoming familiar. You're going to start making friends in that reality, and things are going to reverse, and you're going to start projecting and expanding your reality. The dark will disappear. The fear will start going, and your light and life will start growing in a whole new reality of your life. Instead of having to go back into your familiarity to feel safe, you're going to start feeling safe and you're going to start growing in your what was once perceived your dark. You're going to get new found confidence and you're going to start moving deeper into your shadow. You're going to go back into your light and you go, oh, yeah, I know this. Yes, you're going to feel safe. And it's like, oh, yeah, I know this reality, but I kind of like my new reality. And it's actually in what these people in the light perceive is fear, especially if it's a dogma fear, if it's a belief system fear, and it's a society driven fear. If you start going into there, you're going to start creating separation between the people who supposedly live in their light to how you live. But you're going to want to go there because this is a newfound confidence, newfound reality, and it seemingly really works for you. An interesting twist to a person who wants to start living a soul driven life or a soul purpose is that the soul purpose is in our dark. It will not be in your light. That's your familiarity. There's no expansion in there. You start expanding your life and your perception. You're going to go into your dark. Going to ostracize you from the people who live in their light, so to speak, and their familiarity. But you're going to go in here and you're going to start going, wow, I have purpose in here. This is really good. Whatever you learnt as a child and your years in your familiar light, you're going to be able to use that, your skills, your personality, everything about you, you're going to bring that, and of course your knowledge, into the newfound reality inside your perceived darkness. That's why you were in the light, because the bigger picture was when you get sick of that, or you get tired of that, or you want to expand, you're going to move into some of your shadow and you're going to transfer what you know in the light in your dark. And it's going to be soul driven. There are going to be things that you're going to have to learn, but you have the basis. And you'll say to yourself, good God, I know how to do this. Because back when, or back then, and you're going to bring those attributes and skills into your darkness. When this happens, you're going to start living your soul purpose. It's going to be the same as when you lived in the light, but it's going to be different. It's a hard one to explain. When you get there, you'll know what I'm talking about. And that is basically why we have our time in the light, our familiarity, what's familiar to us, what is safe. You work on a safe basis there. It may be for many years, maybe for only a few years, because your childhood was different. And then you're going to take the consciousness of your familiar reality in your light, and you're going to take it into places that you have fear. And while you're in there, you go, wow, I can do this. I can help because I know this. I've all these different attributes that you learned in your light, you're going to be able to put into your perceived fear. And then what's going to happen is you're going to go, I wonder if I had that life so I could live this life. And you can start asking questions like that. It gets really cool. We all have our light, we all have our dark or shadow. To expand our life, to expand our light, you're unable to do it in your light because you're only ever going to do the same thing. You go into what is fearful and you start putting your light in there, and your life will start growing. Have you ever had anything to do with yourself or someone going, oh, I hate this. Oh, no, I think that stinks. Oh, and it's an all fear-based thing. Then the next minute, you wouldn't believe it. I had to go over there and do that. It's exactly what you're programmed or conditioned to be fearful of, and you put it in your shadow. And next minute, you find yourself in your shadow going, oh my God, I hate this kind of thing. It's going to be anything out of your familiarity. This is a universal law that happens to everyone. You're going to be confronted with your dark and your fear. Because if you want to expand your reality, expect it, because your soul, you cannot grow as a soul by only having half of the light. We have to go into our dark, into our shadow, make it familiar. This does not mean you have to become transgressive, horrible, nasty person. It just means you go into your fearful reality, become friends with it, open up. Wow, I don't know why I ever feared this. Oh, I can remember so-and-so said, well, oh yeah, stay away from that. It's like, it's okay. Because we must also remember our conditioning and our programming is only of a child of 7 years old. So the chances are your fear is only you as a 7-year-old child being afraid of climbing a tree. Because as a child, you fell out of the tree. So the sub goes, I'll put a fear-based mind program in there so you never have to climb a tree or go I'll make you have a fear of heights. Not because of the height, but because of the fall. Yeah, it gets really interesting. Okay, everyone. Well, if you find this is good, share it around. We all have light and we all have dark. If you like this kind of thinking and this kind of perception, of being human, we have a starter pack. It's $35 NZ. It's got 14 videos and it's backed up with ebooks. It's a great way to start. If what we do in being human, Arania and I, resonates with you, and this kind of talk about light and dark, that starter pack help you out a lot. Okay, everyone. Well, have a goodie. Check out your light and check out your dark. What will happen is that you're going to start perceiving that what was once was your light is actually your dark. That is what you are programmed and conditioned to stay in. Your freedom is in your dark. It's pretty cool. Okay, everyone. Well, have a goodie. Drop a message, please. Thank you.